So we were discussing motion under gravity. Okay, so are good numbers of problems over it. Let's discuss them one by one. So I'll discuss an illustration where there is a ball I am having and I throw it with a velocity of, say for example, 20 meter per second. And I ask you, what is the time by which it would reach 15 meter? Now the 15 meter is not its maximum height. How can you know that? Because I know the formula for the maximum height and I gave you h max is equivalent to u square by 2g. Okay, so maximum height would be 20 meters. Okay, so if I need to find when it would be able to cross 15 meters, so I can easily use the equation of motion, which is as displacement is 15 positive 15 ut plus half at square, and what is s? 15 meter. What is u? 20 into t I need to find, minus is because acceleration is acting downwards, so I'm going to take acceleration minus 10, so minus 10 and into t square, so 5, so this is a 3, that would be, I can write it t square. I'm just arranging the equation, minus 4t plus 3 equivalent to 0. You solve it, you get two values, one is 1 and other is 3. So time is, you solve this equation, I hope you can solve it. So you get two value for time, one is 1 second, another is 3, I think 3 second. 3 second. Okay, so these are the two answers. Okay, let's solve more problem into this. Okay, let me form another problem. I hope you get it. Okay, so these are just the basic problems under motion of gravity. In motion under gravity, so there is another ball and I throw it with a velocity, say for example v0. So I need to find the velocity when it would be at half of h max. When the height of, actually I need to find the velocity. The question is find velocity. Find the velocity of ball when it reach height which is equal to h max half. Okay, now what is h max? If I need to find in terms of v0, what is h max? Is v0 square by 2g. So what would be the height? What would be that height which is half of the h max? Can I write it like half of this? So which would be v0 square by 4g. Okay, so that would be actually height. That is not velocity, that is height. That is height of that at that instant. Okay, so I need to find the velocity. So which equation, third equation of motion I would use? V square u square plus 2as. Okay, and what is v square? I need to find what is v square? v0 square. What is 2a? That is g. As I know, v0 square by 4g. G cancel out, and this is 2 v0 square minus, so that is would be the half. That means v would become v0 by root 2. See this? I think you can make it from the question itself. Okay, let's move to let me make another one, easy one in fact. Say for example there is a ball and I throw it with velocity v0. Okay, and I ask you, find the height when the velocity would become v0 by 2. You need to find the h. Find h when velocity is, initial half of initial velocity. So this is the easiest one. I think you can solve it by yourself. So this is the final velocity, this is the initial velocity. I just need to apply third equation of motion. V square u square minus 2g h I need to find. So it is nothing, I think, v naught square, v naught by 4 minus v naught square and minus 2g h. So if I can see it, so height would be, this would be 1 by 4, then 3 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 by 8. H would be 3 by 8 of v naught square by g. So this is the answer. Okay. So these are the easy question, don't worry. But there is one, popular question like this. The tap question. What do you mean by tap question? There is a tap. You must have seen a tap in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and all. So this is the tap. Okay. So water is dropping from it, drop by drop. Okay. So 1 drop per second. Rate is 1 drop coming out per second. So in 5 seconds, your question is find the distance between them. Find the distance between the take the second drop and third drop. Okay. You just need to find the 1 drop is coming 1 second. In 1 second, the drops are generating out of the tap. So I need to find the distance between the second and the third drop. Okay, let's move. Let's come to the solution. Solution is, one thing, what you can think over this. When does the first drop come out? In 0 second. Okay, and the second drop come out after 1 second. After 1 second, 1 second after second drop come. And after 2 seconds, third drop come. It is second drop come. Okay, so there are 5 seconds. We are asking about what is the situation after 5 seconds. So just think, okay, first drop come in 0 second. That's the point where we started taking note of the drops. Okay, we started actually observing the drops. The second drop come after first second, and the third drop after 2 seconds. 5 seconds. In 5 seconds, how many seconds does the second drop travel? How many seconds does this drop have? Does the second drop have how many seconds? In 5 seconds, it is having 4 seconds. And how many seconds does this drop have? 3 seconds. Imagine in 5 seconds. So the first drop actually traveled through for 4 seconds, and the second drop traveled for 3 seconds. So if I need to find the distance, if I need to find the distance traveled by the drops, if I need to find the distance between the traveled by the drops or between the drops, one has taken 4 seconds and another has 3 seconds. So the distance traveled by the drops would be, first of all, distance traveled by any drop is like ut plus half at square. But u is 0 because it is dropping, it is just falling. So this is just half g and t square. T is the time taken by it. So just go for this equation and just look The first drop taken 4 seconds and the second drop taken 3 seconds. So distance between them is just a function of half gt square. Is half g t1 square minus t2 square. Now one of the drop had taken how many seconds? 4 seconds. So that is square. And one of the drop had taken 3 seconds. So it's square. So 16 minus 9, 7. 7 by 2 g. So this is the distance between them. Okay. So this is the drop problem, which is a famous one. You have seen it, many questions. It is important one. Is this concept. Now you might have seen one of the kind of a problem, where it is the case you drop something from h height. Okay, and it comes down. And people ask you what is the time taken by it. So what is the velocity at bottom? So it is not a separate question, but I'm just going for the concept, so to teach you those. So what is the time for the solution of that time? Okay, so I can use h is equal to, because it has been dropped or it just fallen, so u is 0, so u is 0 half gt square. So time is nothing but 2h by g root. So this is the time taken by for the whole process. Okay, if I ask about the distance traveled by it, in this case the distance distance is h given, height of that tower is given as h, but if people ask the velocity, okay, a little bit random line, so I just draw it again for aesthetic purpose. So okay, don't worry. So here u is 0 and v I need to find, and h is being given. Okay, so how do I find? There is a simple thing, v square u square plus 2a s is h, v I need to find, u is 0, so is under root 2 g h, nothing more nothing less. So this is also done. So there are two problems of that, and I have shown you how to approach it, how to go for that. So this is not a big problem. Okay, so I'll ask you, we'll start these things in the next video, some questions, and then we'll go to the